Hey everyone, I'm Brad Nelson.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. So here we are, another week on the Versus series, getting prepared for no tournament this week. The SCG Tour is taking off this one. But next weekend, we're going to Dallas, where Ryan Overturf and Matthias Hunt are going to be bringing us 15 rounds of modern awesomeness.
18 rounds, Brad.
Followed by a top 8. That's how I say it. That's how I do. Okay. 15 rounds of Swiss Magic, followed by a top 8.
I don't know.
This is not your house, Ross. This is my house.
2-time reigning champion, I think it is my house.
Yeah, you enjoy your 13% win percentage or whatever it is.
Well, more if you would acknowledge the other time I beat you.
But I don't. Anyway.
We don't need to get into that.
Modern's in a really cool place right now.
It's a little bit slower than it was.
It's a little slower, but it's still powerful. I mean, like we saw, Death Shadow Aggro should have been kicked out of the format.
Yeah, you were sad you weren't going to get to play your baby anymore.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, this newer version I was even testing this version while Probe was still in the format. I don't remember who started it. I know it's a European. I know that's where the origin was based from. Decks. They do. And I tried it around Christmas time, and I thought it was cool. It was very good against the mid-range decks, but not that good against Tron. But they showed up with it here in the United States and dominated with it. But with Death Shadow Aggro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they dominated with it.
It's like this weird Jund deck now.
I know. We're not playing that because we played it earlier, and I think somebody else is taking that one off of our hands for the week. So stay tuned for that unless it already came out. We're really organized.
We're professionals.
We are professionals. But I'm going to be playing Eric Severson's Abzan company deck because I love playing company decks on the Versus series, mostly because I have no idea what I'm doing and I get away with it every time. If this was like an MTGO video, people would just be like,
what is wrong with this guy?
Exactly.
Why does he get paid?
Because it's here, it's a little more casual. People are okay with me making 4 mistakes a turn, 5, 6, I don't know. But
we'll make sure to keep count.
Yeah. On the other side of the pond and plain and more pond.
Other side of the globe.
Yeah. We had GP Brisbane, right?
Yes.
And there was their metagame was all slightly different.
A little bit different, but once again, another deck that seems like it was supposed to go away, but isn't going to go away in Dredge. Did really well. Li Shichan and Zen Takahashi. Zen made the finals, and Li Shichan made the top 4.
And the deck that really should go away won it all, but we don't talk about that one.
But it's pretty close to what we saw from Dredge before the bannings. You just replace Golgari Grave Troll with Golgari Thug, and because of that, they made some slight tweaks to the deck. So essentially, the change is now the deck's less explosive because you swapped out a Dredge 6 for a Dredge 4. So you need a better late game plan. And the late game plan the deck has that's quite powerful is Loam Conflagrate. So we see their list really stress that plan as 4 Loams, 3 Conflagrates.
Yeah.
So you can go off and kill their board and just grind them out with a couple creatures, or you can get Loam a couple turns and maybe send off a big Conflagrate for 8 or 9 to finish off a game.
Yeah, it is very good. And we're going to see Conflagrate be very good in this matchup.
Yes. This is a matchup where... I
have so many Hierarchs and Birds.
Yes.
And that's going to be scary. But I also have a lot of sticky threats that keep the damage from actually doing a lot in the early turns, like Kitchen Finks. So I don't know how this matchup plays out, but I wanted to pick one. I wanted to play Dredge this week. But we can't just stick Dredge against a deck that can't beat a game 1 and then just has 4 Rest in Peace, right? Like if it was Banned Eldrazi, that would be fun.
Some of the banned games can be interesting.
But we only get 5 games to show it off. So I wanted to pick a deck that doesn't really have interaction, but it has its own combo. So hopefully we get to see some sweet games. I'm going to do my best to try to sideboard. Still waiting for Eric to message me back about a sideboard plan, so I sound competent.
In my experience, this matchup's quite interesting because of the threat of the combo, and you get to gum up the ground a little bit, so it's tougher for me to line up all my attacks well.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's just roll some dice and see what happens. This seems cool.
Are we poker handing?
We're poker handing.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Come on. I only have to beat 2 pair.
3 of a kind beats 2 pair.
Oh, it does, and I learned that 2 weeks ago.
I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I rolled 2 pair, I knew that was going to happen.
I think I keep this hand. How fast can you conflagrate?
Turn 2.
Turn 2, really?
Yeah, it costs red to flash back. Put it in your graveyard on turn 1.
Ooh.
Cast it on turn 2.
I'm just fooling him. Conflagrate doesn't just win the game on the spot. All right, I'm keeping this.
My hand is slow, but given the power of this card in the matchup, I think it is worth a keep.
I'm on the play.
You're on the play.
Go.
It's okay. Conflagrate your bird for 0. You
Mm.
can go. And just because the graveyard is so important, I'm going to keep my graveyard along the list.
I'll go to 19. Make sure to write that. And then 21.
Okay.
Go.
Interesting. So I certainly want to stymie Brad's opening.
That sounds offensive. I don't know what it means.
So I'm going to flashback this Conflagrate, and then we'll set up for next turn. So I'll go to 18.
Okay.
And the question is whether I want to Conflagrate for 3 or 4. Whether I might need the extra card for a later Conflagrate. I don't think the point of damage to Brad is going to matter too much.
Are you killing this or me?
I'm going to kill the Finks.
Okay.
So Finks comes back.
Yep. I knew that.
You go to 23.
And I get a black die. That is a persist. All right. Untap, draw. Oh man, I'm just a little late. A little late to the party. All right. Attack you for 2.
16.
Just a little late to the party. I'm going to go to 21.
22, right?
21. I have 2 Horizon Canopies now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're multiplying.
So many canopies. And now we start dredging. So, this looks horrific.
You got a Bloodghast?
Yeah, I got a Bloodghast. That'll do. That'll do, pig.
The cathartic reunion between Bloodghast and Prized Amalgam.
Faithless Looting.
Yeah. Dredge.
First Dredge.
Well,
getting punished for not discarding the extra Dredger, which I did not really expect to brick, so maybe that was a mistake. So I guess I have to draw naturally here, and certainly discarding another Bloodghast and the Stinkweed Imp. So this is in the graveyard. Now we have a land.
Trigger
these Bloodghasts. That triggers the Amalgam. And now we have the option of either Conflagrating here, but the Conflagrate's only for 2, so basically kill these 2. Or we can try to wait and Conflagrate next turn and get to loam a bunch. So I get to loam here, go up to 4 cards in hand. Then next turn, bring back a loam, go to 5 cards, cast it, go to 7, play a land, and Conflagrate for 6 next turn. So question is how much damage Brad can do on his turn.
I bet I win the game.
Do you?
I don't know.
I don't think the Conflagrate for 2 is actually going to be particularly devastating. It might keep him off a Collected Company, but I'm not really winning this game very quickly here. So I think I want to. Then again, I can Conflagrate this turn and Faithless Looting the next turn, and just try to kill Brad that way. This is tough. I'm not at all sure which is correct. I think I want to be a little bit greedy, given that you're 2 pieces away from killing me. So I'm going to go to 15.
Okay.
I don't think there's any reason to take more damage, so I'll just get a basic mountain. And I will Life from the Loam back Blackleaf Cliffs and 2 fetch lands.
Alrighty.
Then end step, this Amalgam comes back.
That's my turn.
You can go.
Don't think that is a playable card. So I have interesting decisions. And I think I'm supposed to just say go, though.
So you have collecting company like a jerk. Okay, well, I'm gonna.
I don't know if it's correct. I guess, since Ross got 3 minutes of conversation, I don't know if it's correct to go for it here or just wait for the conflagrate, because then he can't get the other things that I get.
Yeah.
And so.
Dredge Stink Queen up with my draw. 2 Narcomoeba triggers. So now I am inclined to attack first.
Yeah.
7.
Yep.
You go to 14. And I don't think I can let this collected company happen. Without disrupting you at all. Yeah. So I will loan back the 3 fetch lands.
Mm-hmm.
And play 1 and crack it.
I'm guessing you have to go down to.
There's a second basic mountain in the deck.
What, really?
Yes.
Oh wow. So you're at 14?
Yeah, and I don't. I could try to get a second green source if I want to set up a double loam turn, but I can do that next turn. So again, no reason to take any unnecessary damage. And
Can't believe Dredge is still this annoying.
now we can conflagrate, and again, I have the question of whether or not I want to.
Excuse me, there's an additional cost before this gets exiled.
Of whether I want to over conflagrate here and just go to Brad's face. So this is 7, 8, 9 damage. I do have 1 conflagrate left in the deck in case I want to do that, but honestly, I'm actually inclined to discard 5 so I can flashback Faithless Looting next turn and then potentially play an untapped land and Life in the Loam.
Mm-hmm.
And that will supercharge a conflagrate more enough, the last conflagrate. So I'm going to go 2, 1, 1, and 1 upstairs.
Well, we will respond by taking 2 pain to 12 and cast Collected Company.
Oh, you have to go. Yep. Now I feel like I should have discarded this, forgetting that you were going to go to 12 yourself, because this would get you to 10 for Bloodghast. So many things to think about.
So I could get Spellskite. Does that work against Conflagrate?
You can redirect one of them.
So I can protect one of my creatures?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's already split, so you can't.
Yeah. I don't know if... I mean, maybe Kitchen Finks helps me survive, and I think I want to Scry. I think Scry's good. Scry's good, right? Like, I can find cards in my deck, and that could help me win the game.
Okay, here for game 2. I have another sort of slowish draw. There's a couple ways we can start with it. Can either start with these, and then cast this on 2, this on 3, or we can play it really slow and start with this, cast this on 2. I think that's going to be a little slow on the play, and we can afford to try to get more aggressive, though. I'm going to keep.
Well, I had to mulligan, and I don't really have a decision, but I can state that this is just a weird-looking hand.
Good?
Yeah.
You want to scry?
Oh, yeah, I get to scry. I don't think I want that.
Okay. Insolent Neonate.
That card's mean. Go.
Okay, on your second main phase, I will discard Golgari Thug and dredge it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm happy.
Pretty well set up.
I'm happy with those. Well,
Yeah.
happy-ish, I guess. Draw. Little awkward, but not too bad. So, return Bloodghast. I'm going to go to 17.
And Mr. Prized Amalgam Trigger.
You can basically never miss prized amalgam triggers.
Do you have to state it there? Or?
No.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't visually affect the game state until it would come into play. And even if you miss it then, it's a change of zone trigger. And so it would just go on the stack at your next end step or immediately to your choice. It's like Obsidat. You basically never miss it. It's great. And I'll loan back this land.
Sure.
And step this comes in.
All right. Well, what is happening? All right. Well, you can do me real dirty. Go.
Dredge loam.
No red source and conflagrate. There's one. Yeah, there we go. Let's scry a bunch.
Caster for 0 and then caster for 4.
Scry
killing all your stuff.
Scry 2. Ooh. All right, top.
Yeah, attack for 5. 15.
Yep.
You can go.
All right. That's our plan.
You want to exile anything? Or?
I don't think so, because y'all just dredge anyway. I want to see what you hit off your dredge.
Yeah, I guess I do have 2 lootings, so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I want to save this loam more than the thug. So let's dredge that first. If you're gonna let me.
Was I not supposed to?
It's close. I actually think it's better for you to stop creatures, really. Now. Guess I'll flashback a Faithless Looting. Now I'll dredge Thug.
Alright, yeah, hit that.
We're not done resolving the looting,
yeah.
so I have to resolve it fully. Question is whether or not I want to return this Dakmore salvage in case I hit a Bloodghast. But I think I'd rather just try to stock So I have 3 Bloodghast left and 2 Narcomoebas to try to get this and force him to take the Narcomoeba, or the Amalgam, I mean. And 2 draws to 5 relevant cards is better than 4 draws to 2 relevant cards. Okay. So I'll dredge 2.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to hit the Narcomoeba trigger.
Yeah, hit the Narcomoeba with the trigger in the stack. I have to discard first, I guess.
Yeah.
You go to 16.
Yep, down to 13.
And then, yeah. I can attack with both now because I have a land in hand.
Oh, yeah.
If you block, I'm just going to get the Amalgam to play. So
sure, I'll go to 11.
Another reason to take the salvage. And
yeah,
now
that's a way better reason.
Now I'm going to play this because then I can loam into the Faithless Looting.
Ooh, that was just a bad draw. Okay, go.
Dredge loam.
Yep. Eat looting.
Now you have another green source, so now it starts to get bad. Certainly casting this. I should probably just get a bunch of fetch lands. Should at least get 2 fetch lands. So that way, if I hit, I'll just get all of them. This way, if I hit Bloodghasts, I can bring them back at instant speed. So I just want to stack these up as much as I can.
Okay. Well,
and I just have to pass.
I think, is it better to just hit the prize or start hitting the dredgers?
Personally, I would say you start hitting the dredgers because it's unlikely that I hit more than 2 things you have to get away off a 4-card dredge or a 3-card dredge.
Well, I can also take Stinkweed Imp.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you
take that.
start taking Stinkweed Imp.
Down up to 12.
Yep.
Draw.
And if you just draw a green source here, then it's basically impossible for me to...
Yeah, I should not get greedy, I don't think. I could put Tracker into play, but I don't think there's any point.
There really isn't.
Right. But I think I'm going to have to go to 9 here. I don't think I have 3 forests. Yeah, we're going to get a white source in case we need it. So down to 9.
Yep.
And how many actual dredgers do you
4.
have?
2 thugs and 2 loams.
Okay, your turn.
I'm going to continue actually dredging back loam because
I feel like I should just take this prized amalgam just cause, though.
You don't have to yet.
Well, but you have this, so I'm going to have to target it a bunch of times.
Target Bloodghast if
I'll
I
have
hit it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can target the blood. Okay, sure.
You
Let's
just always
figure it
wait and can react at the latest
Okay.
point. So now if
Now I
you
have to
want to
take
take
the
looting
looting.
and draw step, yeah.
Yep.
Now I have a more dredgers, so it might be more prudent for you to take the back foothills, stomping ground.
Sure.
All 4 foothills in hand. Another fetch land, and now you have 2. Actually, you can do it. I was thinking I could save this attack if you block. You would just block amalgam.
Yeah.
I could just attack with Bloodghast, I guess.
I could eat your amalgam and block
Yeah.
it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You forced me to eat your amalgam this turn if you wanted to do that.
Okay. You can go.
All right, I'm going to eat your amalgam and a thug.
So you go to 11.
Yep. Back down to 8. This is kind of gross.
Yeah, ooze against a slower draw is definitely good
Your
enough.
turn.
It baited me real good. So at this point, I'm going to need a really good dredge, but that dredge is kind of need to involve conflagrates. I think I still need to keep loaming, so I need to get loam to the point where conflagrate is relevant, but maybe I just never get there because your ooze just gets so big. So right now you could even just get it to 4 to a 10-10. But I guess conflagrate is relevant because it just goes upstairs eventually. No, because you gain life. Yeah, I don't think there's really any realistic way I win this game now that you have 4 green sources. Even if I hit 4 absolute things you have to kill, you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really have to deal with any of these. Still gonna.
Yeah, it seems like you needed a cathartic reunion draw to go along with the conflagrate.
Maybe I need to start. Actually, maybe that's what I need to do is just draw for turn.
Yeah.
And if I hit reunion, I have a bunch of dredgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or hit a looting. That was neither of those things. You can go.
Sure. Let's hit 4 of your dredgers. 2 thugs and 2 loams.
You gain 2. You go to 10.
Yep.
I should have played a land last turn, but we'll let me do that.
Yeah, you can do
I'm
that.
about to turn away from scooping.
I ain't letting you scoop. Go.
So even cathartic reunion here doesn't really do anything. I guess I could. No, that I just need to reunion into a bunch like another reunion. That was another land. I'm just dead.
No, I was gonna cord you.
5 lands in hand.
I was gonna get my Archangel into play.
Okay, we're here for sideboarding. On my side, pretty straightforward. We want to bring in a lot of creature removal in a creature-heavy matchup. Dark Blast and Lightning Axe are both very good in the matchup. Dark Blast very good at dealing with early mana creatures. It's frequently just your turn 1 play rather than an enabler. You use Dark Blast or 1-drop, start dredging on turn 2. And Lightning Axe is very good against Scavenging Ooze. And the deck's engine is so sensitive that you want to try to sideboard out similar cards for similar cards. So we've got 2 dredgers out for 2 dredgers. I don't want to cut too many loams because Conflagrate is such an important part of the plan. So 1 Thug, 1 Loam for the Dark Blast, and then 2 Enablers or ways to get things in the graveyard. Insolent Neonate is sort of the worst of the early Enablers. And then Haunted Dead is a fine card, especially in a matchup that's going to go long, but you need to devote so many of the cards in your hand to Conflagrate.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be difficult to devote 2 cards to this, and so Lightning X comes in for the Haunted Dead. And
that makes a lot of sense. So over here, I do like how we're just boarding out 1-ofs.
Oh, both of us. Yeah. Wait, we're professionals, okay?
Hey, I got my sideboarding from a professional, Eric Severson,
Okay.
top 8 Grand Prix competitor, Eric Severson. I don't really know exactly if this is correct or not. He just told me to do this. I don't know what these. I would have not brought these in intuitively, but I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah, so am I.
I think they protect your combo by taking the removal spell that interacts with it.
Yeah. Okay, here for game 3, and this is certainly the best hand I've had so far.
That's a Dredge hand.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, my hand is this is definitely an Abzan company hand.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
I will Faithless Looting. Okay. Not the best of starts, but it'll work. And discard Conflagrate Loam.
Ooh, that's not good for me. Just gonna grab a forest and pass the turn.
Okay. I will dredge this Loam. Certainly Conflagrating to kill the 1-drop, and I think I want to just dump most of my hand, so take 2.
All right.
You're at 17. You can go.
And you have another Conflagrate?
Yep.
Well, isn't that special? All right. I'm just going to take 1 and play a Malira.
Okay. Draw step. I will dredge this Imp. Oh, we need to find a way to get these. We need to find an Archamoeba. Because I can't bring back Bloodghast until next turn.
Oh, no, there it is. I was like, I swear.
Okay, Narcomoeba, don't fail me now.
No, Narcomoeba, fail him. Fail him, Narcomoeba.
So I certainly want to dig as much as I can, but I also kind of want to loam for next turn. But we'll start at 4. First card.
I'm like not even paying attention to what you're doing.
Hold it. And then, so if I leave both loams, I'd rather have more loams than this Dark Blast because I'm Conflagrating. Oh yes! Oh yes!
With a Conflagrate? How?
Yeah. Discard Stinkweed Imp and Golgari Thug to the looting. Trigger these Narcomoebas, end step, get 3 Amalgams. This is Dredge. This is how you do it.
I do not like this.
Haven't even taken a point of damage.
All right, well, I'm going to gain 2. It's a 20. And your turn.
You mean to 18, right?
No, it's at 18.
You took 2 from Conflagrate.
Oh, okay. 18. And your turn.
So I have 11 power in play. And actually, I think I am going to. It's awkward because I have to tap out for loam Conflagrate if I want to kill both things. That leaves you with the Finks on as a 1. When I dredge, I'll have 3 cards. I'll loam up to 5, play a land to 4. So I'm going to be empty-handed at the end of this turn. So I might as well dredge as much as I can. So I'll dredge 5. Okay, I still haven't hit a Bloodghast.
I feel so bad for you. It's really unfortunate.
Loam back this mountain and 2 lands that don't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play
the mountain. And shoot these 2 down?
Yep, I think
All right,
that's...
I go to 20.
You have a 2/1?
Yep. And then I
attack
take
for
11. I'm at 9.
You can go. Don't kill me.
Oh, that doesn't kill you.
I said, you do have another turn after this, I would assume.
I definitely believe I have another turn after this, but I think I want to. I don't know. No, I don't. I think maybe I'm supposed to just play these two. So you can Dark Blast me next turn, but you don't have a but you don't have a Conflagrate.
Nope. I only have one left in the deck too. I am most likely dredging Dark Blast and hoping to hit a Faithless Looting in the top 3.
All right. It feels like these plays give me the best likelihood of living through the turn. I know I go down to 8, and then I have to block with something else. No, that doesn't even work.
8. Coco. Just gonna hit Anaffenza Visor Seer.
Oh.
I swear, if you're slow rolling me again.
I'm not, but I saw that, and I was like, oh man, like that was the first card I saw.
Yeah.
Just kidding, it's right here. No, I'm kidding. Go. Oh wait, yeah, this doesn't trigger, right? Yeah.
Well, you have two. You get 2 triggers. Oh,
it's whenever another.
Okay. So
you can maybe chump block with this because I'm at 8. Like you can kill this off and make me chump block with this.
Well, you would just chump block with this.
No, I take 8. I need 2 blockers to survive the turn. I'm just giving you the math over here.
Oh, so you'd have to block with both, and then you
that's what I'm explaining.
And then you just have the 2/1 Finks. Okay,
that's what I'm explaining.
That's
what
good.
I just told you, and then you argued. I'm not your enemy, Ross.
Well, but
I'm your friend. I was explaining the combat math. It's very complex.
And what if I just attack? If I just attack with these, you block, and then I Dark Blast this with the that trigger on the stack, so you just have a 3/3 and offensive left instead of a 2/1 Kitchen Finks. 2/1 Kitchen Finks is definitely worse for you. So yeah, Dredge Dark Blast. Oh, I did hit Faithless Looting. That's pretty cool. I'm certainly going to Faithless Looting first because I could hit Bloodgas and the land.
Mm-hmm.
So, deck more salvage. So, let's flash this back. I'm just trying to hit the most possible things. So, hitting that Narconeeb is also good.
You mean everybody good after combat? Because now it triggers.
Oh, I have this amalgam, and then that amalgam will trigger other amalgams.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that amalgam.
Yeah. Oh, it's everything. So these get discarded to the looting. These Narcomoebas
come back
to the battlefield. We'll have this one. We'll Dark Blast that guy.
Block, take 5, gain 2.
Yeah, so you go to 5. And on my end step, this one comes in, and now this one will come in on Brad's end step. The amalgams chain that way.
Now I think I'm just drawing dead. I think I had to draw exactly Viscerous here.
Would I have been dead?
Yeah.
You have Anaffenza in hand?
Yeah.
So you go to 4.
Sick. Beat me now. Alright, I'm dead.
Well, you're at 4.
I can't. This can't come into play.
Oh yeah, it's 5 drop. Sure. Sneep.
Are you good?
Yep.
All right. Well, my hand looks really cool, but if I do not draw appropriately, which this deck can easily not do, I feel like I could be in a lot of trouble. But I know what's going to happen. So let's just get it over with. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
I feel it. All right, your turn.
You're at 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 17.
Okay. Well, I think that's gonna live. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep. I will cast a Faithless Looting.
It's just there's some twinkle in your eye.
What's
so bad?
Didn't hit the dredger.
Ooh.
That is a tilt. I guess I will discard the two things that like to be in the graveyard. So
Sure. All right. I'm going to pay a life and eat that Conflagrate.
Ugh.
Your turn. That was my top deck.
16. Okay, we need something here. That was another land. Wow.
Please say go.
No, I'm gonna cast this Cathartic Reunion.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
gonna
should feel bad right now.
discard 2 lands.
Wow. My turn?
You can go. This is in the graveyard.
All right, well, I'll attack for
3 or 4.
I think just 3.
17.
And then I'm going to eat that Faithless Looting. And your turn.
Do not think I can reasonably win. Scratch
If you
that.
if you've had Lightning Axe.
Scratch that.
Yeah.
Lightning axe.
Yeah.
I will discard Bloodstained Mire.
Okay, I will eat your
Prize
that.
Amalgam, yeah.
And no, I'm not going to pay a life to.
To eat a land when I have a million of them. You're at 17.
Yep.
Okay. So now I have a shot. Question is whether I want to hold this or if I still had the Faithless Looting, I would certainly cast it, but without any way to get things into the graveyard.
Do you have to get up to 8?
No, it's whether or not I want to cast this Cathartic Reunion. I think I'm supposed to cast it.
Sure. 16?
Yeah, I'll just get the other mountain. Oh, actually, no, I have Blood Gas. I have Dark Blast in my deck.
Oh,
I'll go to
sure.
14. Yeah, Dark Blast. Dark Blast is a good find too.
Especially because I'm getting stuck. Like, hopefully I draw out of this land stuck, but if you get me, like, that could just be the win.
Yeah. Okay. Cathartic, discarding Narcomoeba and Bloodstained Mire.
Trigger.
I wish. I don't have to show you those. Yeah, that was awkward. You can go.
All right, I'll lose 1, gain
2.
Gain 1 total. So
you're at 18?
18. Your turn.
Wow.
This is just, we're both just like.
It's Innate.
Yeah.
Once again, I just want to dig. I'll discard an Amalgam. That's interesting. Fetch to 13. Get another basic mountain and play Stinkweed Imp.
All right.
You can go.
Wow, deck. You have 2 cards in your hand?
Yep.
Go.
I don't want to attack.
Oh, no.
You can go. This was... My opening hand was so good. Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion, Conflagrate, Prized Amalgam, 3 lands.
There we go. More Horizon Canopy.
I missed you 4 lands in a row.
I think I'm so weird. You can take 2 pain.
16.
Yeah. Go.
That is a card.
This is magic.
I guess I should actually kind of think I should maybe play this one in case I draw Bloodgast. Let's try that. I'll play this. You can go.
How many cards are in your hand?
3.
Ooh, that was good. I'm going to Tidehouse Color you.
Which prize to Malcolm would you like?
This one. All right. I'm going to take 2 pain, and I'm going to play the Spike Feeder. So how this combo works for anyone at home that hasn't seen it is I'm going to remove 1 to gain 2 life. That triggers Archangel to whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on every creature you have. So now I'm going to be able to trigger it and go and do this and rinse repeat. So now I gain 2 more life, so I have infinite life, and my 5 creatures are as big as I want them to be.
Yes.
Oh, 6 creatures. I forgot about this. Noble Hierarch just was left. What's going on over there, Ross? My hand's great. I'm pretty happy with it.
Right.
There's a lot of Abzan-y things going on in my hand, not only in the cards but in the.
I think it's a keep, but it's another hand that could be awkward. Needs some help, but if it gets help, it's really good.
Well, if there's anything about us together on the Verse series is awkwardness.
Yes. Ready?
I was hoping all of that was I thought that was the take.
Okay. Okay, here for game 5, and I have another hand that needs a little help off the top of the deck, but if I get it, the hand is great, so this is a keep.
Yeah, my hand's horrible. I couldn't think of having anything worse than this hand.
Sure. So, not perfect.
It's really bad.
Turn 3 kill. Faithless Looting. Oh,
You should learn them all again.
Discard these 2.
God, that was. How could I? Such a bad top deck. I'll get a forest. Your turn.
Oh, come on, deck. I will Lightning Axe your bird, discarding Conflagrate.
That's just not fair.
You can go.
You're so rude.
Just teasing me.
All right, I'm just going to go get a swamp and play Visitors here. Your turn.
19. Land, please. We did it.
You hit your land?
18. That returns this Bloodghast, which triggers that Amalgam.
Yep.
Play Cathartic Reunion, discard prized Amalgam Life from the Loam.
Oh, no.
First Dredge. Second Dredge. Oh, come on. Can't now of all the dredgers. Third Dredge. Okay, that's not bad.
Ugh.
2 Narcomoebas. So now both these will come back on end step.
Yep.
End step, bring these back. You're up. Don't kill me, please.
I can't kill you.
Okay, this is not a bad outcome for this hand to put 10 power into play on turn 3 after killing his turn 1 play.
All right, I think I just have to do this and say go.
So that brings you to 21.
Yeah.
You fetch twice.
Oh, yeah.
20. Perfect.
Ooh,
Now,
boy. Ooh-wee.
question becomes, do I want to dredge a Stinkweed Imp or naturally try to hit a land, which would set me up for next turn? I'm going to certainly attack before conflagrating, and I'm definitely conflagrating this turn with 2 combo pieces on the battlefield. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My conflagrates for 5. I think I'll just dredge. When in doubt, dredge. Ooh, another conflagrate.
Oh.
Well, let's
10.
mush for 10. And I guess now I just minimally conflagrate because I have the second one. So
Just the creatures?
yeah, 2 and 1.
All right, I'll sack to scry.
Yep. Comes back. You go to 12.
Go to 12. First scry. 6. All right. Bottom, I'll sack it to scry.
Yep.
Yeah, I still don't think I want that. All right, bottom. My turn?
Yep.
And I'm at 12?
Yep.
That's not what I wanted. To 10. I guess with configure, I guess this is just like my best play. So this into this, take that off, pass the turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
So once again, I'm pretty sure I'm configuring this turn just 2 and 1, so I get to kill the
protect, yeah.
so I get to kill the Anafenza, and then attacking. At which point you can do some stuff. Probably block there, depending on your hand. Definitely block Bloodghast here, so that's the only option. But that's going to leave me empty-handed anyway, so I might as well just dredge, set myself up. That is interesting.
What else do I know about your hand? Nothing? Just 2 stinkweeds?
You know a Life in the Loam.
Okay.
And a Stinkweed Imp. You don't know this card.
Thought I know you have 2 stinkweed imps.
One of them got,
okay.
Yeah, back in the graveyard somehow. Configurate. I configurated all the imps back and just dredged one this turn. So now I have the option of like Loam, bring back Bloodghast, attack with everything, but that's not.
That does not seem good.
Yeah, that does not seem good at all. You like block here,
To get my Kitchen Pings back.
Yeah, yeah. So I do have to configurate pre-combat, otherwise you get a free block. So let's do that.
2-1.
Yep.
All right.
Wish with everybody.
Think I have to just block.
So you take 5 but gain 2.
Yep. So that puts me at 7.
7. Yep. And that is counter on it again.
Yep.
You can go.
All right. So you're going to do that. All right. I'm just going to put a land into play and say go.
I'm going to dredge a Loam.
Yep. And before you cast or anything, I'm going to cast Company.
So I dredge first and then on draw step?
Yeah, on draw step.
Don't have any Narcomoeba triggers.
3, 6. That's the ball game. So you can do that and you can get a Bloodghast back and attack me with it?
Yep.
But I'm at 7?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just do this and go to 9. Your turn. You can play your turn. You can't do any messed up thing and kill a creature, right?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because I did have a Tide Hall Scholar that I neglected to take. It's over. You can go through all the motions, but I'm going to kill you. And by kill you, I mean gain a lot of life and let you attack me for the rest of the game until you deck. And you're all going to have to experience that.
You're at 9. Yeah, so even if I put most power possible.
These 2 get to block.
Yeah, those 2 just get to block easily. Yep. You got me.
All right, well, in the end, the matchup looked like it was fairly close, and whoever was the better Magic player wins it. I mean, that's all from my experience, because both decks fought real hard, but their pilots just, I mean, just because 2 ships are really, two airplanes are really good in combat, usually the better pilot. I mean, I don't know what analogy you need.
That's how you're gonna play this.
Yeah, my pen works.
You're just gonna come right out there. Well, I know in my previous experience of the matchup back when Grave Troll was in the format, I still felt like this was a tough matchup for Dredge, but it was very, very close. But you wouldn't think that swapping a Dredge 6 for Dredge 4 would be a huge difference. Like in your mind, it's only 2 cards. Though. It really is.
No, it's huge for like how good the deck was, but the deck was slightly better, right? Like if they could have like went back and said Eldrazi Temple produces 1.5 Eldrazi mana,
Yeah.
you know, something weird. I mean, of course that doesn't work, but like just something to make it a little bit more fair.
That difference just gives you the extra time to find your combo, especially in a matchup like this where I really need the explosive draw to put pressure on you. I guess in a lot of the games where I would put 5-7 power into play, and that just wasn't enough. I needed the 9-10.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, no one's denying that Golgari Grave Troll made the deck better.
Yeah.
But I think it does look like a fair deck to play if you like Dredge. Like it
it's
seems
still,
very fair.
Still good. The one thing that it's quite good against like Fatal Push kind of decks, sort of like Jund. Not sure how it will match up against the new Death Shadow variants. Normally, you're good against decks like that, but they have some speed to them, and
usually Death Shadow aggro before when both decks were powered. I thought Death Shadow aggro had the edge.
Was a huge favorite, but it's a much different deck now.
Yeah,
like,
they're both slower.
Without Become a Man like that. You don't get just turn 3'd.
No, it's probably actually in Dredge's favor.
Yeah, I like it. It seems theoretically, but Death Shadow might just be powerful enough to bash through it. I think that matchup will be interesting to find out.
Well, this, like going into Dallas, I'm assuming with how dominant Death Shadow aggro looks like it's going to become, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of engineered explosives in that deck. I mean, it can fight like Jund, but it definitely has its restrictions as well.
No, the people have had EE in the Dredge deck sideboard before.
Yeah,
that's definitely a thing.
Happen.
And you could even have things like I could see having Fatal Push in this deck.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, this was a fun matchup, but there's even more to come this week as the Versus Series touches a little bit more on Modern. At the end of the week, we got a nice standard video. It's Modern. Right now, everyone's excited about Modern, but I still like my standard deck, so Todd and I are going to go toe-to-toe in the black-green matchup. The Constrictor Mirror, 2 different variants, the one he likes, the one I like. It's going to be a fun, who's who of standard superiority.
I don't think that matchup's going to be fun. Not because the games won't be fun, but I think both of you are really invested in having your version come out on top. So I think it's going to be
fun when mine does, and then I laugh at him and he gets mad.
I think that one's going to have a little more edge to it.
It's going to be edgy, yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, glad you enjoyed this one. Like we said earlier, there is no stop for the SCG Tour this weekend, but you can find us.
Week off.
This is our week off. You can find us in Dallas next weekend with Matthias Hunt and Ryan Overturf bringing all the action. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week when Brad beats Ross. Bye.